She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
It's a common sense solution to fixing a decades-old problem of bloated bureaucracy, waste, fraud.
Well, thank you. I try to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she didn't see that briefing, because if you saw that yesterday on numerous topics.
These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should weigh fraud and abuse, and the vast majority of Americans support it. So the Democrats can hoot and holler all they want.
Explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that.
This White House will stay committed to delivering on President Trump's priorities and being good stewards of the.
Said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain.
In the world of daytime television, there's one name that consistently sparks conversation: The View. Known for its no-holds-barred debates and fiery personalities, the show has had its share of controversies. But nothing prepared viewers for the storm that was about to hit when Karoline Leavitt, the youngest White House press secretary in history, took center stage. But it wasn't the press briefings that grabbed the headlines. It was a comment made by The View's own Joy Behar that set the stage for a shocking lawsuit and a political clash no one saw coming. What happens when the loudest voice in daytime television faces off with the youngest star in the White House? It becomes a spectacle of drama, legal battles, and a confrontation that would change the landscape of both media and politics. But the question on everyone's mind is simple. Did Karoline Leavitt really get Joy Behar fired? Or was there something much bigger at play? Buckle up. This story is anything but ordinary.
Media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt. Watch.
Well, thank you. I try to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she didn't see that briefing, because if you saw that yesterday on numerous topics.
For decades, The View has been the place where heated political debates, celebrity gossip, and bold opinions collided. At the heart of it all was Joy Behar, one of the most outspoken and polarizing figures in daytime television.
No big binder. I think she might have had a different impression of this young woman who held her own.
I mean, you would have to give her the benefit of the doubt.
These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should weigh.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Out that she did absolutely no research or reading about anything dealing with Karoline Leavitt before she made that remark.
Her career on The View spanned over 25 years, and in that time, she made her mark as a force to be reckoned with. Known for her unapologetic political stances, quick wit, and sometimes controversial opinions, Behar was no stranger to controversy. Whether it was dishing out sharp critiques on political figures or dissecting the latest Hollywood gossip, Behar was the voice that often left a lasting impression. But as much as viewers loved to watch Behar on The View, she also garnered her fair share of critics. Over the years, many questioned her tactics, her bluntness, and her ability to ruffle feathers, sometimes to the point of alienating her co-hosts, her audience, and even the network itself. Yet through it all, Behar remained a central figure of the show, a staple of The View's identity. But as we would soon discover, there was a line she would cross that would ignite a scandal unlike any other. On the opposite side of this brewing storm was Karoline Leavitt, fresh, fierce, and ready to make her mark in Washington. At just 27 years old, Leavitt became the youngest person in history to serve as White House press secretary. A communications powerhouse, her resume was stacked with impressive roles, including key positions in major Republican campaigns and stints in Trump's first administration. Leavitt's rapid rise in politics was nothing short of remarkable. Her direct approach and unwavering confidence in the press briefings made her an instant sensation, earning her both supporters and detractors. On one hand, conservatives hailed her as a breath of fresh air, a voice for the younger generation of political leaders. On the other, liberals attacked her at every turn, criticizing her stances and questioning her qualifications. But none of that prepared her for what was about to unfold next, a moment on The View that would forever change the trajectory of her career. It all went down on a typical episode of The View, where the topic of the day was Karoline Leavitt's newly appointed position as White House press secretary. As the panel discussed Leavitt's qualifications, her experience, and her position in Trump's administration, Joy Behar dropped a bombshell that no one was expecting. Instead of focusing on Leavitt's accomplishments, Behar made an offhand comment that left the entire studio in stunned silence. She suggested that Leavitt only got the job because of her looks. That's right. Behar reduced Leavitt's hard-earned political success to nothing more than superficial appearances. It wasn't just a passing remark. It was a full-blown jab that's...
So you cannot be attractive and smart? I will try to give Joy the benefit.
Because without that wokeness, you might not have that.
Democrats and the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline.
Sent shockwaves through the media world. Within minutes, social media exploded with reactions. Some praised Behar's sharp criticism, while others were appalled by her sexism. Leavitt, a woman who had earned her place in a male-dominated political arena, was now being reduced to nothing more than eye candy. The comment not only disrespected Leavitt's qualifications, but it also ignited a firestorm of outrage online. For Karoline Leavitt, this was the moment she decided to take a stand. Rather than letting Behar's comments slide, Leavitt made the bold decision to file a defamation lawsuit against The View's veteran host. Her legal team argued that Behar's comments were not just false but maliciously intended to damage Leavitt's reputation and credibility. The lawsuit sent shockwaves throughout the media world, with legal experts weighing in on the potential fallout. This wasn't just about a comment, it was about the power dynamics between the media, politics, and the public. Leavitt's decision to sue Behar wasn't just about defending her honor, it was about pushing back against a system that had long reduced women to their appearances rather than their abilities. The lawsuit would forever change the way the media viewed both women and the network that had allowed the comment to air. Behind the glitzy exterior of The View, ABC was in full-blown crisis mode. With the lawsuit making headlines and the media buzzing, executives scrambled to figure out how to handle the situation. Behar supporters within the network stood by her, arguing that the backlash was overblown. But there were also whispers in the hallways of ABC, staffers who quietly admitted that Behar's comment had crossed a line. Could they continue to back a host whose words had caused such an uproar? In an attempt to quell the growing controversy, ABC issued a vague statement in defense of Behar, claiming that she had decided to step away from the show. But behind closed doors, sources insisted that Behar hadn't chosen to leave at all. Instead, the network was reportedly pushing her out to protect the future of The View. It wasn't just a media spectacle. It was a game of high-stakes power plays behind the scenes. With each passing day, the drama escalated, and ABC found itself caught in the crossfire. The public's response to the controversy was nothing short of polarized. On one side, conservatives rallied behind Leavitt, praising her courage and standing firm in the face of Behar's attacks. They saw this as a rare moment when the media was being held accountable for its actions. On the other side, Behar's loyal fans expressed outrage at what they saw as an unfair attack on one of the show's most iconic figures. Some even suggested that the entire ordeal was politically motivated, an attack on a woman who had spent years championing women's rights and speaking out against injustices. The internet buzzed with opinions from every corner, and the divide between liberals and conservatives grew even more pronounced. While some praised
these women are completely out of touch with reality, and you're right, ABC should...
So you cannot be attractive and smart? I will try to give Joy the benefit.
Leavitt for taking legal action. Others saw it as an overreaction. The drama surrounding the lawsuit and the ensuing fallout dominated social media for weeks, with each new development adding fuel to the fire. And then, just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more intense, the unthinkable happened. Joy Behar announced her departure from The View, and the timing was no coincidence. ABC's statement was carefully crafted, suggesting that Behar had decided to step down on her own terms. But those close to the situation claimed otherwise. Insiders whispered that Behar's departure was forced. The network had been under immense pressure from both the public and the media, and they feared that keeping Behar on the show would only deepen the controversy. Behar's exit left a void on The View, and ABC now faced a critical decision. Who would replace Behar? Could the show survive without one of its most iconic hosts? And what would the fallout mean for the future of The View? With Behar's exit, the question on everyone's mind was simple. What does the future hold for The View? The show had survived its fair share of controversies over the years, but this was different. The stakes were higher, and the damage done was far-reaching. Could the show ever recover its credibility? Or was this the beginning of the end for one of the most iconic talk shows in TV history? As for Karoline Leavitt, The lawsuit and media frenzy had raised her profile to new heights. She was no longer just the youngest press secretary in history. She had become a symbol of defiance and resilience in the face of adversity. But with the controversy still unfolding, it remains to be seen how this legal battle will play out. Will it elevate her even further? Or will the backlash prove to be too much to handle? One thing's for sure. The drama surrounding The View and these two powerhouse women is far from over. As the fallout continues, the world will be watching. What do you think? Was ABC right to let Behar go? Or did they unfairly push her out? Will The View recover? Or is this the final chapter for the iconic show? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more explosive updates on the scandal. You won't want to miss what happens next.